Welcome to Spiritual Guru Knowledge.
Dear friends, in this video, we will explore the key takeaway teaching Ramana Maharshi gave to his devotee Ganapati Muni, which can be applied in our everyday lives in this modern chaotic world. Among all the brilliant minds who approached Sri Ramana Maharshi, one stood above the rest in scholarship, brilliance and spiritual hunger is Kavyakantha Ganapati Muni. Today's true incident reveals how even a giant in knowledge became a humble student in front of Ramana Maharshi. This moment not only transformed his life, it carries a lesson we can apply. He was called Kavyakantha, the one whose throat overflowed with poetry. Ganapati Muni was a legendary Sanskrit scholar, a master of poetry and someone whose intellect was feared and admired alike. But despite all his knowledge, he suffered from one burning problem. His mind would not stop. It raced, it burned, it tormented him. He tried mantra, penance, yogic practices, but peace never came. And so in 1907, he climbed up the sacred hill Arunachala, determined to meet the young silent sage Ramana Maharshi. Bhagavan was barely 27 years of age at that time. He spoke very little, lived in total silence, and simply radiated stillness. The Muni entered the Virupaksha cave, his mind boiling with tension, his pride still alive, his heart full of desperate longing. He bowed and asked the question that had been burning inside him for years. Bhagavan, my mind is restless. It does not obey me. What should I do? He expected a complex yogic technique, maybe powerful mantra, a secret initiation, a spiritual formula reserved only for mantras. But Bhagavan looked at him quietly and gave only two words, turn within. The Muni froze. Two simple words, that's it. Ganapati Muni stared at Bhagavan. The young sage remained silent, his eyes unblinking, his presence overflowing with peace. Something in that silence penetrated deeper than any mantra ever could. The Muni suddenly felt as if the weight of 1,000 years fell off his chest. All his doubts, questions, confusions melted. He later wrote, in that moment, I knew he was my master. This instant is not a story, it is historically recorded and it marks the moment. Ganapati Muni accepted Bhagavan as his guru and gave him the name the world now knows, Bhagavan Sri Ramana Maharshi. What was the meaning behind these two words? Turn within. Bhagavan was saying, don't chase peace outside. Don't fight the mind directly. Don't run behind endless techniques. Instead, look at the root of a mind. Turn attention inward. See who is that is disturbed. When you turn your attention inward, the mind loses its power automatically. This was the teaching that healed the great Muni. This ancient advice applies perfectly to today's world as well. We run behind goals, opinions, work pressures and financial stress, but Bhagavan message is simple. Pause, turn inward, connect with yourself. This teaches us clarity before action, peace before productivity, awareness before effort. When the inner space is calm, the outer world becomes simple. Ganapati Muni, a giant in knowledge, found his peace not through effort, but through inner alignment. If a simple scholar like Ganapati Muni found peace through turning inward, so can we. Let's end today's video with a simple daily mantra inspired by that moment. Before every action, I return to myself, I turn inward and I act from clarity. If this true incident inspired you, like, share and subscribe for more stories from the life of Sri Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi and his devotees. Comment below, I will turn within. Thank you for watching. Stay peaceful, stay aligned.
Thank you for watching this video.